So if you want to get this look that we done today, stick around with me and we will do justice. All my coverage cunts, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, and come on this journey with me. Go get your makeup. I'll wait. Go. Put me on pause. Do whatever you gotta do. Put the kids down. I just want to do makeup with you. This is part of a new segment called Wacky Wednesdays. Not so much focusing on the wacky, but focusing on the concept of having fun with makeup. Being a little nostalgic, being a little bit wild and open, but not shying away from the foundation, adding our twist of creation. That's going to give us the best results. So if you want this look, follow me. And I hope you guys enjoy my new segment, Wacky Wednesdays. I just wanted to do something new for you guys and to get us out of the spirit of seriousness, right? Because that spirit is good, but sometimes it's okay to let your guard down and enjoy yourself. So go get your mirror, go get your stuff. I love you girls. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. All right. Big Demi on it. Big Demi on it. Big Demi on the beat. You ready for the body? You ready for the body? I just got flashed it because look, I had went to the gym today before we get to the video. With hopes that maybe I'll get a chance to see you when I close my eyes. I'm going out of my head. Lost in the... Hey fam. So I just was thinking about my coverage cunts. And I was like, matter of fact, let me just get on and give them some content. Because I know y'all probably want something to do, just as I did wanted something to do. So I was like, let's give them a Wacky Wednesday. And on Wacky Wednesdays, we are just going to start turning on the camera and doing a wonderland of makeup on the skin. Okay, we don't know where we going, right? We don't have no destination, but we know with God's guidance and trust and faith, we can get somewhere really, really excited because we have the equipment here. We have the equipment here. We have the products. So I was just like, just turn on the camera, film, get them enthusiastic on this Wednesday. So I had to cheat and make me some coffee. But I think I've been doing good. I'm sorry. I think I've been doing good with the coffee, you guys, because I have not been depending on it. You know what I mean? Like, it was a time when I have tissue on my lip. It was a time when I was dependent on coffee. And instead of enjoying it. You know what I mean? Now I can have those boundaries where I'm enjoying the things that I wanted to, like, really just cut out at one point. Like, I want to be done with all of it because all of it is too much right now. You know what I mean? So during that cutout session, I learned that I can actually enjoy things in moderation. That's not hard for me, and that's what I want to do. I'm gonna put some more of this lip mask on. This has been my favorite lip mask on the lips because besides it being so cute, it reminds me of love and straight, you know what I mean, giving my lips a little love. It's so cute and it's just like so hydrating and it stays. I'm a little hot, you guys, because I did do a little bit of walking just a minute ago. I was walking, so gotta keep my tummy flat. And I'm cooling down right now as we're speaking and getting into this glam with you guys. So I'm adding a coat of burnt Burt's Bees Squeezy Tinted Balm to the lips because I really like this to give me a little bit of color. And I'll just let this sit in my lips, on my lips, and dissipate into the lips so I can have a nice little bit of color. I'm just going to get rid of the little task at hand, okay? Just to start there with that, and every little thing will come out to be a big deal in the end of this look. Everything's going to come together and pull together on this Wacky Wednesday, because not is it so much focused on the wacky, it's just focused on the wonder, you know what I mean? The wonder of the wacky, not so much as like just putting anything on our face. It's more so just the nostalgic of being in the makeup land and using everything that you purchase on a daily basis to then occupy your time. You know what I mean? So you don't be out here in these streets doing stuff you don't supposed to be doing. Not saying that you ain't a responsible adult, because everybody gotta learn their lessons, and I suggest you to be outside than on this computer. But if you're here, I would like to educate you. Would you allow me to educate you? Okay, so now I'm gonna add just a little bit of this pumping liner. So this is the plumping liner from Beauty Creations, and I like to wear this on an occasion when I want to overline my lips and have them really plumped up, and I want to plump up my lip line as well. This does a great job of that, right? But I also have another trick that helps me to have a pout, and it's just something that I learned from a makeup artist, and I've been incorporating it into my looks because it's very good for the definition of your lips. So I'm going to take my bronzing stick, and I'm just going to bronze around my mouth where it will give it this like baby puckered look. So like that, and I do it like that, and then I take this edge, like the edge of it right here, and I press it like that. And we're gonna blend that out. It's not gonna look as crazy as it does right now, but as you can see, if I tilt to this side, you can already start to see how pouty it's looking. And even though it looks shiny right now, it's not gonna look shiny for too long because this dries down really good. And I think I got a little bit of gloss in it, but it's still really good. Yeah. And you just want to stipple. You see that definition? Like all of that it just gave me all of this right here. All of that, it just gave me all of that right there. That's all we're looking for. So you can stop right there. You can stop right there, and you can allow that then to be the area where we're going to have that extra definition, and you don't have to go in and go crazy, because that's something that we tend to do when I'm not filming. So I'm going to curl my lashes really quickly. So I like to just close my eye, grab it, and then I'll open my eye a little bit, curl it once, curl it twice, and just like pulse on my hairs and twist it up. And you see how much definition that gave me. The same thing on this eye. You don't want to close it all the way. You just want to close it enough where, you know what I mean? Yeah, I just make sure I got enough of my lash, and I always do now, because I've been doing this for a minute now. Like just making sure I curl it before I put my mascara and things on, because this really helps. And I'm just going to allow my bronzer to dry down, And that color is really pretty. I love that bronzer. It's an espresso foundation stick from Black Radiance, and it works so good, like a bronzing stick. Yep, because that color on me is just like a bronzing shade. My perfect bronzing shade. It's a piece of paper towel. I mean, tissue on my face, not paper towel. I got it off. All right. Now I'm gonna take my Mary Claire lash mascara, lash mascara. Okay, and I'm just going to put a nice coat on her. You see that? Gorge. Look at that. Gorge. So I'm just going to wiggle them at the bottom. I just wiggle them, and because my lashes have been glowing, you guys, because of my lash balm that I make. And then curling it before you add the mascara, it really does add that volume without having it to get like a lash lift, because I don't know how I feel about having chemicals around my eyeball. And I know some people may be like, oh, it's nothing, but to me, it's a little dangerous. You know what I mean? I haven't had any problems with my eyesight. I don't want to have any problems with my eyesight. Not saying that anybody else does, but I just don't want to fix what is not broken. Because as you can see, the length on my lashes, if I hold them taut, is really long. It's really, really long, really long. So I'm gonna then go in with a lash separator, because I'm that kind of girl that is just like extra anal about my lashes. I flicked it, it went somewhere, the cap. So what I do is grab a little mirror and I comb through them. I comb through the bottom first because I don't want to stab my eyeball out, and I flip it this way because I don't want to stab my eyeball out. But some people do it this way just to be a little bit more carefuler. But I like to do it the other way because it gives me a little bit more control. But this is a great way to get you some wispy volume. Because as it's separating, it's pushing them up. But it's also separating each lash. And that's amazing. I almost poked my eye out. I know y'all seeing me. Damn, that did. But we ain't touch it because I had backed up just in time. But you have to be careful with these things. They are really sharp. Mine's still very sharp, and I had them for a year. But as you can see, that length on those lashes is like to die for. I love that. Yeah, so I'm just gonna pick it up with the spoolies to be a little safer. And as I'm pushing it up, I'm rolling them, because this also helps to give them volume and comb through them. So yeah, and this I learned off of trial and error, girl. Just wanting to have my lashes look good and not have all of that mascara on my eye. And then any mascara that gets on your eye, you let it dry and then flick it off with like this part of it. You know what I mean? Flick it off really neatly, really nicely, and not so roughly where you're scratching your skin up. So there we go. Wacky Wednesday is taking a lot of preparation work, but we looking good. All right, so the next thing I want to do is just to do my concealer placement, so I can have that drying down while we do some other things. Okay, I'm gonna have this done. You know what I mean? Like, just because it would be nice to have this part done. I'll color correct with this too, just to speed up everything and get some things done, and we can really start having some fun with some makeup. So I'm about to go into this brown chocolatey tone. I like to use this for my foundation shade as well from time to time because this is the perfect shade for me. And I love the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer. I do. It is very, very nice. I can't say that. And you just let that dry down for a tad, like not even a whole minute. I don't even let that dry down for a whole minute. I let it dry down for probably like 15 seconds, and then I'll start blending that out. But as you can see, our placement is so precise because I love order. Whatever you like, put that into your makeup style, and I bet you that make you look at makeup different. So let's go. I want to start to blend out the foundation first. Then I'll work out the highlighter area. So I won't make it look muddy, you know what I mean? And I'm just getting the darker, I'm going to cover the darker areas and the larger pores with this shade. And it does me such a wonderful job for coverage. It's like, I think it's medium coverage, or full coverage. Because this really works. It does. It really works. It's gorgeous on the skin. As you can see, I didn't even use much, and it looks amazing. So now I'm going to go into the lighter area so I can keep everything cohesive. I don't like a muddy style because when it looks muddy like that, it makes me think of like dirt. Like my face looks dirty or something. Not to say like anybody's dirty, but just like, you know what I mean. And I'm going to also put some dimension on the skin of ours as well. It's starting to rain outside. Y'all girls can hear the girls and guys can hear the little rumbling and stuff outside. So look at that. Is that not awesome? Does my skin not look awesome from that coverage? So, you know me, I am a puff kind of girl when it comes around the eye area. And the puff we trust type time around here. I'm the puff we truster, right? And then when I do this, I'm extra neat, and I just bring it down this way. You know what I mean? Like, just like that. Really like a boulder look. Like, and I leave it like that. And I'll blend out the rest of it with the brush. Because the brushes get what gives you the airbrush look. That's what's the brush is what gives you the airbrush look. And around the eyes, it's the powder puff that gives you the seamlessness. And then you just build your accessories upon your foundation like that. That's what I would say. Like everything, all your little nicks and knacks. You know what I mean? After you build a solid foundation, then you start working on your nicks and knacks. After you're comfortable with your blush placement, then you start working on your nicks and knacks. Okay, because the coverage cut. We just want to be covered up. We want to be covered. We want to be secure, but we don't want to look too heavy and too weighed down. We don't want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I love how my skin looks, but sometimes I just want to add a little bit of pow, right? A little bit of sparkle, a little bit of hydration. You know, that's that. And I think that's good for anybody who wants to want their skin to look juicy and amazing. You know what I mean? So now we're ready to hit this centerfold, so we can get on to the next chapter of this beatdown. Of the beatdown. We'll get to the next chapter of the beatdown and really let you girls in on what I'm gonna get into. Cause I think no, not let me not think, because I want to go. I don't want to pre-plan. I want to go with the flow. I'm not gonna think. I'm just gonna keep going. Once I finish blending this out, I'll know exactly what I'm going on to, and that's how we're gonna play it. So now I'm gonna beat that into my nose right here. This area right here. And my face looks like, because I have my ring light on, so just don't even worry about her looking like pale or nothing. No, that's the ring light. That's the light. Yep, that's that ring light. So next, I told y'all I knew exactly what I was going to do. Drop something. I'm going to grab my bronzing stick and I'm going to swipe. That's amazing. It looks amazing. That looks good already. I could stop there if I really was trying to. You know what I mean? Because this color is going to just melt so beautifully into the skin. It's going to be so nice. So I really just want to stay in place. I don't want to get this muddy. That's my thing. I do not like to make my makeup look muddy. I like my makeup to look like face. Okay, like she's giving face. Like you can see, bam, 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 bam. Not sharp lines, no harsh lines, just dimension. You know what I mean? And this little brush is perfect for bronzing. Especially like in the hollows right here. Especially in the hollows right here. It's like, it makes such a difference. And then you don't even have to do so much in this area, just because, you know what I mean? You did that masterful tapping motion right there, and that's it's gonna turn out beautiful. You know what I mean? That's what you want. Don't be scared of that bronzer, girl. She's your best friend for people. Just don't go up too far and don't come down too far where you're not supposed to. That's what's going to really help you. Look at that. Look at that. No harsh line. Straight butter baby. Straight butter baby. I'm just going to add a little bit of gloss. This is my favorite kind of gloss. This like back in the day, stick gloss. Called bubblegum. It don't smell though. Like the last one I had smelled like candy, cotton candy. So maybe that was another brand. But that one is bubblegum. Maybe I had cotton candy last time. The bubblegum doesn't smell like anything. But the cotton candy, I love when lip gloss smells like cotton candy. It's so nostalgic to me. It reminds me of the back in the day lip glosses. I love that about lip gloss. I love being a feminine man because I can enjoy the prettier things in life. I'm not scared to go in a beauty supply store and stare at makeup, even if I'm not buying that. You know what I mean? It's free will. You know what I mean? And if it's a place that I support, they're not gonna say nothing. So, but I just like to be pretty, and I like to have fun with my looks and things of that nature. I'm not really a rebel. I'm not really rebellious. I wouldn't say I'm rebellious. I would just say that I'm artsy and very style considerate, style forward, fashion forward. Yeah, I wouldn't say, you know what I mean, like I'm a rebel. Oh, I want to start something new, or I want to go against the grain. I want to break barriers by any means necessary, and I want to break those curses, but I'm not really trying to rebel against the good thing about myself. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to rebel. I'm trying to enlighten them. That is gorgeous. Look at that. I look just like the beginning of the video when we first started, and I was combing out my brows. Okay, might be a stretch, but so what? I still look good though. Alright, so we good. Now, for the brows, we can pay a little bit more attention to. I'm going to do a pomade today. And I just said I wasn't going to tell you guys what I was doing, so we can't do that. We can't do that. Every time I tell y'all if I'm doing something and I catch myself, I got to do something else because it's not fair. It's not supposed to be something like that. It's not supposed to be one of those looks. It's supposed to be fun. It's not fun when I'm telling y'all what to do. I just want to do makeup with y'all. So, you know what I mean? If y'all want to know what I'm buying and stuff like that, I'll let y'all know that, of course. Yeah, I'm a girl's girl / boy's boy. I'm gonna always let y'all know that, but I don't want to tell y'all what to do. I just want to do makeup with y'all. So just go get your makeup and come and join me. It's so fun. And don't you know when you like on a skin journey and you finally feel like you're starting to see progress, not ever saying that I'm getting to the place that I want to be at, because I gotta watch how I say certain things, but you ever feel like you starting to see it where everybody else see or something like that? Yeah, that's where we are striving to be. A comfortable place where your routine is good, you active in your routine, you know what I mean? You ain't doing 100 steps, but you might be doing at least 3 steps a night. So that's what you want to get to. You want to get to that. You don't want to be superficial and treating your face like a test or ground when it's just like, okay, I could just put anything on my face. And yeah, it's okay to try, but girl, we want to be picky on purpose. Picky on purpose. T. You want to be picky on purpose. That's T. I choose it. I choose being picky on purpose. And be a little pivot princess. Being picky is like being a pivot princess. Like you can just be like, know that you're gonna always be happy about what you got because you're picky. You're not you. That's what the thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching, but that's how I feel when I'm picky. I feel happy because I can control. I know what I'm gonna get from the restaurant, and I know it's gonna be good. You know what I mean? Like instead of looking at somebody that's not even happy what they ordered because I was picky, and even somebody be like, "Girl, you picky." Oh, thank you for noticing. Because I know it's going to be good. I know what I like. Yeah, I'm picky. There's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with being picky. It's actually a good thing. I think it's a good thing. So I'm going to finish this before I start talking y'all head off. So I don't mess up. But yeah, being picky on purpose. And I had to change up what I did to my eyebrows. I really did want to use that pomade though. I should have just did it, but I did want to stick. I just want to stick to that. I gotta clean this up right here. Stick to that thing, but I just say like if I tell y'all, I gotta start over. So now we got those looking amazing. Okay, I'm just gonna comb through them one more time. I had to clean it up, and we did that. We cleaned up the front of them, so now I'm just combing them up, getting them soft in the front, and showing y'all that definition that y'all love to see. Y'all always compliment me about how my brows look and how much time it looks like I have taken on my brows, and I appreciate that from all of y'all that support me and comment me, and I support y'all back. But I also want to say thank you to the ones who just like my stuff just because they want to support me and not looking for a favor or return back, because I don't follow a lot of people due to my just like the way that people perceive themselves to be and what they post and all that. I can't follow certain things because I don't have to explain anything, and I don't have to cross any boundaries for anybody. So a lot of times I don't see who follows me, stories and stuff like that, but a lot of the times I really just am thankful just because I don't care if I had 2 followers. I'm happy somebody wants to see something, but at the end of the day, I'm doing this just for fun. Yeah, I'm doing this for just for fun. So I'm gonna come down just on that and that end, just so I can give it a little bit of and I'm just gonna shade where it looks a little bit lighter at. But it's I gotta be careful with doing this because it's really the ring light that's making them look dull like that, because it's shining through. Because as I'm looking at it, it's really going to be dark if I keep swiping with the color. So we don't need any brown. Yeah, because I think even putting a little brown on it will still make it a little too heavy for me, because it's going to just make it a little bit too heavy for me. I think it would. So I'm just going to clean up this a little bit. And up here, just to get that thickness out of, yeah, just to get that thickness out of there. Yeah, like that. I thought I was going to have to use the brown. I was going to use the brown though. I was going to go in with her, because I still feel like she would soften me up. So we're going to do her. We just going the front. I just want to see if it softens me up. My fault, y'all, if it makes me harder and harsher. We'll just comb through it. But I doubt it, because I can see it already. Yep, it made me softer. That's exactly what I wanted to do. You see what I mean? It makes me softer to like hit that brown on top of that. Watch this. I'm trying to tell you, watch when I comb it through it. Told you. It gave it that like faded look that we were looking for. You said your name was Strawberry? Alright, next is just going to be a couple of things. You ain't think I was going to catch myself though. So, I caught myself before I told y'all what I was grabbing, because I really wanted to use this. And I was like, if I F this up and I tell them that I'm using a palette today that I haven't been using because Wacky Wednesday, it was calling for this. So, we have blushes, everything. We have everything in this palette. Let me grab some of my stuff. Let's do some eyeshadow first to get that over with. This is a cute little eye I'm gonna do for y'all. So I'm gonna go in with this lighter bronzer to start to apply that as a base in the crease of my eye in a buffing motion. I'm gonna do a smoky. I think I'm gonna do a smoky. So we're gonna go a little deeper. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Really add some definitions to this eye look. I haven't done a smoky brown eye in a minute. Alright, so I have these browns on this side that I'm going to get dirty down and dirty with at the bottom. Those three browns on that side, yep, I'm going to go right into that. So I'm going to save my cover for this because I'm just going to start here on the outer corner, but just putting it down in this kind of direction, like a circle motion. More so pressing upwards like that. And then I'm going to reverse blend in the opposite direction. And then back, and then back, right? Now that we have got that angle on that smoky brown, I want to start to shape it up a little bit more in this part and just make it a little neater. So you want to make sure you're hitting the same points on both sides so it can be an even blend. So when we contour, everything will look natural. And it's a self-setting concealer from e.l.f. It set it. I don't even have to put any powders on it. It's amazing. It's amazing. So let's go and finish blending out and make this more cohesive. I'm going to just get a detail brush to add a bit of highlighter on my brow bone. And this is going to be the shimmery smoky brown, just to give it a little pop. It's still going to give us a little pop, you know what I mean? And I want all the pop because I cannot stop. I'm going to get a bigger mirror for this part because I don't want to do the small mirror. I need to see so I don't mess up anything, even though I don't think I'm going to mess up. Like that. You see how I added that right there? And that's perfect. I just want to add a little bit more though. I want it to be a little thicker under there. I want you guys to be able to see that. So yeah, that's perfect. And no fallout with this either. Because you guys know how shadow crazy I am about my shadows. Like, I don't have too many of these big books. But my shadows from, I'm sorry guys, that's somebody driving past. My shadows from Mary Kay, y'all know how much I rant and rave about them. That is my shadow. My favorite shadows come from Mary Kay because they don't use talc in their stuff that I purchased. They don't use talc in it. So I'm gonna grab that a new blending brush for this part, and I'm just going to blend that into that matte brown, so we won't have any harsh lines. So you see how that looks soft and like shimmery, but you can still see where it's like coming separated at, and it still looks like it's in my skin. That's how you want to do it, and you just want to flick towards the back of the eye. Flick that way, so you don't have any fallout. You flick that way. Yeah, flick that way. And try to do it with like a slanted brush. Something with like a curve in it or something like on a slant, on that diagonal angle, and just wipe under that, directly under that white. You see that? That's how it should look. That looks amazing. Now I'm going to set my bronzer. So let me close this up. Let me grab my foil because I'm done with the eyes. I just wanted to do something really nice on the eyes. Maybe next time we'll add a little color girls, and that will be really, really fun. But this is what I used. It's like a book. So I think it's called a book palette. That was a gift to me because I'm such a rock star. So I'm going to use my bronzer sculpting duo from Bodyography. And I've hit pan on this. This is a good powder bronzer and a highlighter. For sculpting the face, it's amazing. So I'm going to go into the bronzer side first. And you can see where I beat it at. So I'm going to take this puffy brush, this soft brush, and I'm going to just start bronzing exactly where I want that bronzer and to be blurred at a little bit more, like that. And this is from Bodyography. This is a good bronzer. Their bronzers are good. I like this. This one is, the name came off of it, but I have two of these. Maybe not. Yeah, the name came off of those. Oh, Sunsculpt. Sunsculpt. Bronze and highlighter duo. Sunsculpt 6520. So I have 6520, and I think I brought both 6520. 6520, yeah. See, 6520, and it does come with its own. That's why I love this. They're so thoughtful. It comes with a little pad, little old school, and it definitely works when I'm on the go. I do use it, but I love nothing more than to bronze with a puffy brush. It's really fun to do it like this. It just makes it fun to bronze. You know what I mean? I'm gonna add a little bit to my nose, and then I'm going to grab a little more detailed brush, and I'm going to go into that bronzer, and I'm going to add a little bit on the eye, just a little bit to make it pop. Not everywhere, just in the crease, and just a little bit right here under the eye to lighten that up. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to sculpt here with this. This is a sculpting bronzer as well. I'm going to sculpt our nose before we put our highlighter in the middle. So sometimes I contour my nose in different ways as well. That looks amazing. So I'm going to take that Sunsculpt. I'm sorry, I did not, because that's what we're going to use as my highlighter today. And I'm going to add that right there. Be light-handed with this because it's really, really, really shiny. All right, that looks beautiful though. And I'm just gonna press that and add a little bit to the tip, and just a little bit. I want to be a little more precise with this one. A little bit right there. Like, watch it work. Watch it work, girls. Watch it work. So just right there. Just a little bit right there, like butter. I don't want to get it on anywhere that I have texture. You know what I mean? You don't want to put this anywhere you have texture, girls. And I'm just going to press my finger into that a little bit. Added on said Cupid's bow, but I do have a little detail brush that I like to use. And this compact does also have a mirror on it. So I'm just gonna put some of that sun sculpt right there on that Cupid spell. That's beautiful. That is gorgeous. So now I'm going to grab a lip liner. Something one of my lip liners that I've been loving is chocolate lip liner. And since I put that Beauty Creations liner on, my lips look so still so done and so, like, you know what I mean, plumpy. And that balm worked too. So I'm just gonna overline them just a little bit, except for where my Cupid's bow is. I'm gonna show you how to do that. Right, you take the pencil and you go above where you put the Cupid's bow, and you just draw some brown right there, right? Don't be alarmed. You draw brown there. You grab you like a little stippling detail brush, smudge brush, something like a smudge brush, right? And you smudge that. Like, just like into the lip. Just not on the Cupid's bow. Yep. You smudge that. This is the e.l.f. smudge brush. It's so soft. I like this one. So I'm gonna smudge below that Cupid's bow. Alright? And just gonna smudge. And then I'm gonna take this on the smudge right here. Above the Cupid's bow. We didn't touch the Cupid's bow. We touched where we put that brown at, right here. See? Still shiny there. You still want it to be shiny. Now smudge under your Cupid's bow. I think that is gorgeous. We can stop here, you guys, because I'm feeling this bronzy look. I hope you guys had fun with me today. I can't let you go until I add just a little bit of gold dust underneath my eyes. So I'm going to go back into this sculpting bronzer duo sun sculpts. I'm going to go right into this gold color. And I like to just add a little bit of this gold powder on the bottom of my eye right here, because it gives me like a little pop of color and it awakens my eyes. You know what, like how a Caucasian person would do like white eyeliner in it here. Well, brown skin, it's cute if brown skin does it here. Instead of doing it how a Caucasian person would do it, a brown skin goddess would do it like this. You know what I mean? A brown skin diva would do this, and it will give her something as beautiful as this, right? So, let me set my under eyes with just a little bit of powder. Just gonna go right on top of that. Let me grab another brush, because I was just about to double dip. But I'm just gonna get a little bit of that, and you want to look up, and my stomach's growling now, so it's really time for me to get something to eat. Yeah, I'm gonna just set there, and you still is gonna see the shimmer from that gold. That is gorge. That's gorge. All right, and we're gonna set here. And remember, I told you that concealer is a self-setting one. So I'm only just dusting a little tiny bit just to have like Oil control. You know what I mean? Oil control. Never hurt anybody. Can you say divine? Can you say divine? Can you say divine? I like it. I like it. I love it. So, this is our final look, girls. Hold on. Candy apple red, if you was wondering. I know y'all probably was saying, like, what was that? What's that on his fingers? Ferrari red? No, this is candy apple red. Candy apple red is that girl for my skin tone. Do you not see? Do you not see? Do you not get the concept? It's like, no, girl. But yes.